Hello YouTubers and Here Gang members. Welcome to IAmSpeed's Beginner's Guide to Guild Siege Glory, Episode 5. And in this episode we're going to talk about building and completing Wind Monkey King, Praha, and Jeanne. So let's get started. Sort of ruined up the Wind Monkey King. I just did not have a good HP percent rune for slot 2 that had some kind of speed to it. So we went with this speed one, which isn't horrible. It's got hit point, attack percent, crit rate, accuracy, and defense, all of which he needs. So that's not a horrible rune. This was a very pleasant surprise. It triple rolled in the speed, so this rune has been locked. 21 speed is quite nice, and we need to get some grinds for that. This one's not horrible. Probably will gem out the defense flat. That's just not very useful. We'll see what stat he ends up needing later. This one we need to gem out the attack flat for something else that he needs. And he still needs a lot. These aren't great runes. This one's okay, but low roll in the crit rate, low roll into attack percent, and low roll into crit damage. So they're just not great rolls. I believe this is actually a rare. Yeah, that's a rare one. So, but we're doing what we can with the runes that we have. Clearly, he needs more accuracy to land his stuns. So we'll actually try to see if we can get any accuracy out of artifacts on him. He needs more crit damage, he needs more crit rate, he needs more speed, he needs more defense. A little more attack would be nice, and he definitely needs more HP. So when we're looking at artifacts here, we're going to be looking at either HP or defense. We're not tanky enough to go after an attack. Now once my Tricaru is ready for PC10, and my Dots team is really solid for Steel Fortress 10, then I will be farming for Legendary and Hero. But when you're a lower level player, all you really need to do is farm. When it's really early, you just farm Gray. You just go to stages 1 or 2, you farm a bunch of artifacts, you take them all to +6, and you see what you end up with. And then once you get a little bit higher, you can go to Steel Fortress like level 5 or 6 or 7, where it starts dropping a lot of the blue ones. Ideally, you want to get an artifact with 2 stats that you know that you want on that artifact, and it's going to roll into either one of those, and you'll be happy with it. So this one doesn't make the cut because it's got bomb damage. Granted, it is a wind artifact, so it could go on Sierra. So we'll leave that one alone if we ever pull Sierra. Damage dealt on wind. None of these are HP when revived. It's just not useful. This makes the attack stronger as the HP goes down. This is not horrible. In fact, I believe this is my event artifact that I just took. So let's just auto power this up to 12 and see what we get. And that's probably going to be better than anything else we have right now. So we've gotten some additional crit damage as the enemy is at higher HP status. Own turn, 1 target crit damage. That's all he does is one target. Some counterattack damage, additional damage by speed, additional damage by hit points, and he'll hit harder when he loses HP. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Those aren't great, but they will do for now, because we're down to 10 million mana, and you can really run through mana really quick when you're ruining up 3 new monsters. So that's what the Monkey King looks like. He needs a lot of stats, but it's decent start. And here's Jeanne. She needs way more hit points, a little more defense, more speed. A little more resistance would be nice, but we're getting up there, and a little more accuracy. So I got her on Violent Will, because I have seen and actually none of these runes are plus 15, so she's going to gain a decent amount of hit points, and another 11 speed, so she'll look better, and she doesn't have artifacts yet. But I wanted to get Praha runed first, to make sure that I can do all the speed timing properly, because we'll talk about, so you want Praha to go first because she's the stripper, and then very quickly after that you want both Jeanne and the Monkey King to move. If Jeanne goes first, then you're provoking everyone, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But if the Monkey King goes first, he could potentially use his second skill to decrease defense. And then when Jeanne goes, if she's not provoking and using her skill 1, she'll do more damage. So I think I'll start with Praha being the fastest, and then Monkey King, and then Jeanne. So let's get Praha runed here. And we will see that my depth at Violent and Will is very limited. So let's first take off this. So first let's go to Will, and you can see we don't even have a speed Will. We do not have a crit rate Will rune, and we don't even have a slot 6 Will rune. So the Will runes are going to be filling in after we get the Violent runes in. So now we're looking for speed. There's some crit rate, resistance, crit damage, defense. That might be our best speed rune. That's not a good one. And that's not a good one. So really we're limited to this rune, which is not good. We're not going to even pretend that it's good. We don't have any crit rate runes built. This one's decent. This one's better, because I don't like that innate speed. This is probably the best one. Here's another crit rate, but it's got a flat, and that's crit damage. So we're going to roll this one first. This one rolled once into speed, twice into crit damage. That's actually pretty good. That might be the rune. Crit damage, attack, HP, and then this one, oh, it rolled into flat defense, and it avoided speed, so that's a sell. So we're going to put that one in. That's certainly our best option. Okay, so with the crit rate rune now at 58%, we gained a little resistance there. We might gem that out later, but she's now at 80, 89, 94, 94%. So we only need to add 6% crit rate, although that's going to change once we re-app this. So anyway, let's re-app this. So like I said, I'm very stingy on using my reappraisal stones, but this is a slot 6 HP percent, and it's Vio, and it's got a 7% resistance, which this rune applies to Praha. You want her to have some resistance, but all these stats are pretty much garbage. So let's see where we can take this one. Well, wow, that's not bad. Not a very good roll into accuracy, min roll into crit damage, decent roll into, so the rolls weren't great, but I was really looking for speed. We need her faster. So we'll keep that for now. It's not, those stats are nothing to cry about, but we're really, just like we're always doing with reappraisals, we're hunting speed. And we're not getting it. I don't know how many more. I mean, this is really one of the top tier runes that you want to reappraise. We don't need a lot of crit rate. We need speed, and we're not getting it. Ugh, this is horrible. This is why I save reapps for the absolute best runes. I'd almost take that, but it's let's see. So 1 roll into speed, 1 roll into accuracy, 2 rolls into flat attack. It's just not. It's not an efficient rune. We're really starting to get. Keep getting worse. We're going to throw just a couple more into this, and then we'll just have to stop. Because we're not getting speed. Oh, God. This is why I never, ever buy reappraisal packs. I don't spend much money on the game. This is terrible. Well, I think we're going to probably going to take this for now. So that's 3 rolls into crit damage, a middle roll into crit rate, and almost max roll into accuracy, and then we could just gem in speed. It's not ideal, but she'll hit harder. We already used 13 reappraisal stones on this, so, and then we're looking for speed on the last 3 runes. So let's see what we got for speed. 4, 6, 9. Horrible. 10, 16. That's an ancient legendary. So we're now at 87% because we dropped the crit rate on there. So that could potentially work. We just don't have, nothing else is going to roll higher than that. So that might be where we're going. Let's see about slot 5, 11, 9, 15. It's not very good. And we actually need 2 of the runes to be will runes. So let's quickly go over to, now, it's pretty funny to think, I could just craft some will runes and get speed out of them. Rune crafting in this game is absolutely horrible. ComTOS really needs to update it. When you're farming GB12 and DB12 and Necro 12 and getting all 6-star runes, for you to waste your materials to craft 5-star blue runes is just awful. I've been actually trying to save up my materials, waiting for them to update rune crafting. So we're not going to spend a lot here. Just want to see if we can maybe get something. It's really hoping beyond hope. Garbage, 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 garbage. All garbage. Yeah, it's a 5-star. I don't want 5-star runes. That's not a bad will rune. I mean, we could potentially use that. That might roll better. So let's try one more round of 10. Not looking very good. That's a sell. It's a hero. We'll keep it. That's garbage. Garbage. It's got speed. It's not going to roll well. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, that's no good. So we picked up one potentially useful rune. And this speed rune is not great. So we can find crit rate somewhere else if we get some really nice stats out of this. Basically, we want to avoid resistance. Let's take a look. So we've got, this definitely makes her tankier, gives her more resistance even. We just have to see if we can find crit rate. And we can also see what the fourth stat is. So 196 speed. It's ugly. Alright, we're going back. Okay, there we go. It's a little less speed, but it's more crit rate, and we get accuracy. We'll take that for now. So we're going to apply this. That's probably the runes we're going with. So she's at 9. She needs 5% crit rate. Let's see if we can get that out of a gem. You don't need that attack flat. 4%. Yeah, let's not waste too many of those. Let's get the 5% with this. And of course it's 4. Well, she's going to be at 99% crit rate, I think. That 1% is going to hurt us somewhere down the road. Okay, what we'll do is we will come right back. We're going to finish ruining these guys up, and then we'll show the defense. We did some additional offline work, and the defense is almost ready. We basically have one more thing to do. We can see that everyone still needs better runes, but Wind Monkey is speed, crit damage, HP. Praha is speed, crit rate, HP. 206 speed, still slow for a Praha. And then Jeanne, 190 speed, HP, defense, simply because I don't have a better HP percent slot 4 for Jeanne. So Jeanne's fully skilled, but the Monkey King and Praha are both brand new monsters for me that I just built, and they are without Devilmons. So we're going to show you one more thing with this video. I call it the Devilmon trick. One thing you should really know in Summoner's War, and I did not know this until probably almost a year into the game, is that Devilmons are applied in a very specific way. So you should always save up 5 Devilmons and then use them all at the same time. You should never apply them one at a time. Pick out 5 Devilmons first, and what will happen with the Devilmon trick is as soon as one Devilmon goes into a higher skill, all the rest of the Devilmons will go into that higher skill or one higher than that. So what we're looking for is the first Devilmon to go into skill 2 or 3 on Praha, and all the rest will go into skill 2 or 3. So that worked out fairly well. You can now see, oops. Looks like we only had 1 go into skill 1, and then we had 1 go into skill 2, and then the rest went into skill 3. What would be ideal is that we do 5 Devilmons and the first one goes into skill 2, and then we're set. But we will see how things turn out. It's not looking very good. That's 3 into skill 1. That's 4 into skill 1. And only 1 into skill 2. That was bad. Okay, not very good RNG with the last round of Devilmons there. Let's hope we get some good RNG with summons. So here we go. Let's see if the legendary changes our luck. Delphoy. I mean, I need skill ups for her, but you can fuse skill ups for Undines, so that's not good. That was a horrible summoning session. What we're going to do is we're going to quickly skip over to my IAmSpeed account, who has some summons, and see if we get anything there. Okay, that was downright awful summons on DeanSummon. I've switched over to my IAmSpeed account, and our guild is doing our little summon dance. We're ready to go. Gotta have better luck than that. So on here we don't have much. We've got 13 mysticals and 1 light and dark. So let's see. Our luck has to change here. And again, we're looking for almost any 4-star on this account. It has very few. So almost anything will be new. Here comes a lightning. Julian. He's decent, but I won't be building him right away. He needs a little something more. He does AoE stun, but he really needs a lot of setup. He's a good monster, but he just needs a little something. Now, last time we got Frigate. I'm not expecting anything like Frigate. No lightning, but can we get Thrain? We got Mantura's light brother, who is not good. So, not the best summoning session for either account today, but I hope you enjoyed this episode. We will play around with our new defense in episode 6. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.